Imagine you are one among hundred or thousands of people vying for a particular job, and your resume or your CV lands on the hiring manager's desk. How can you make your resume more appealing than that of the others? How can you make your resume more attractive? How can you make your CV or your resume stand out among the rest? And I want you to know that your CV is what gets you an interview. If your CV cannot get you an interview, definitely it cannot get you a job. Key word here is making sure your CV gets you to that interview table. It gets you to the table where people discuss jobs, the job role, your salary, something like that, where they start discussing it with you. So today, I'm going to be talking about 10 key elements that recruiters look out for in your CV or resume. Let me use this opportunity to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. My name is oluseungaby, and you can call me Coach Gabi. All right. So, how do you make your CV stand out among thousands of people that are also applying for the same job as you? Number one, you have to make it visually appealing, concise, and clear. And what do I mean by this? You have to make sure that you give it a polished and organized format. I see some CVs and the way it is being arranged is not even professional at all. The arrangement is poor. The format is just, the old style, and it is not well arranged. So you need a very good format, professional format, right? And visually appealing resume must have a clear headings, using the right bullet points and some breathing space that will make it a pleasure to read. So you have to make sure that it is visually appealing, concise, and clear. In fact, one of the positive feedbacks that my clients gives me after writing their CV for them is that this is so beautiful to look at, not even read, look at. And that is attraction. Your CV must be attractive. There are some CVs that they don't even make it up to, they don't get 1 second of the recruiter's attention, not to talk of 3 seconds, right? So you have to make sure that your CV is appealing, it is attractive, it is concise, it is clear, and it is well arranged. And number two, your contact information. This is very, very important. A lot of people don't put their phone numbers on their CV. I don't know why you refuse to put your contact details, because recruiters or hiring managers, they might decide to call you just to have some conversation with you, or to be sure that you are really who you are. So they might want to contact you or even ask for something that is missing in your document. You never can tell. So make sure that your contact information includes your address, your email, and I mean professional email, and your phone number and LinkedIn URL if you have one. But I would strongly encourage that you have a LinkedIn URL, something that points out to your social media platforms, because if your name is being searched online and maybe it's your Facebook that pops up and your Facebook is out of professional norms, trust me, it might be that thing that will discourage the recruiters or hiring managers from reaching out to you. So I do encourage people that they should work on their LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a professional platform. In this century, you should have a LinkedIn profile well optimized, for job opportunities and to attract the right offers and gigs, right? So number three, professional summary or objective. And here, if you're following a career path, I would advise that you use career summary. This particular part is your chance to grab the attention of the recruiter. When I'm working on my client CV, I don't joke with this particular area, because I know that it can be the key selling point that settles everything. So I really don't joke with it. So when it comes to this part, you make sure that you craft a compelling professional summary or objectives that showcases your skills, experiences, career aspirations. You must tailor it to the specific job that you're applying for. It must be tailored. You don't just use a random CV from nowhere to apply for a job if you are truly serious about it. So you have to let them know why you are a fit. How I work on this particular part is to just introduce this is the way it goes, who am I, what I do, and what I intend to bring to the organization. It has to cover these three key things. So if you want to write your professional summary or career objectives, you have to make sure that it encompasses all these things. Number four, work experience. Recruiters want to know about your previous role, what you have done before, and it's not just about your work experience or what you have done. They want to know the value that you have added to that organization. So this is why I will encourage you that when you are writing your work experience, make sure that your duties and achievements, they are well detailed, right? You don't just write You don't just write generic duties and activities. You don't just make it generic like did this, help the CEO, help the no. You have to make sure that it is well written. You can even quantify the achievement where necessary. Another thing is that when you're writing your work experience, make sure that you include the name of the organization and the date. You know, a lot of people don't put the date. And how do you expect them to believe that you actually work in that organization? When you are writing your work experience, make sure that you write the duration. I used to tell people, my clients, if they don't put the duration in their, maybe the current CV before I revamp it, I will tell them to send it to me separately, because I know that the dates are very, very important. You have to write the duration, the month and the year. So you have to write, maybe it's from May 2020 to June 2021. It has to be there. The name of the organization has to be there. Location has to be there. So these things are very, very important. Don't just put work experience and you start writing that you did this and you did that. And also, let me just add that numbers speak louder than words. So enough of please my CEO, followed my CEO to the restaurant, I am follow my CEO to go and watch meat and this. No, you have to quantify it, like I said earlier, where necessary. Name the percentage, the numbers, you know, the return. You know, even if you cannot get the figure, use percentage. You know, it works a lot. I use quantifiable words for my clients for their past roles, and trust me, these things are like magic that make people to get, you know, get to the interview level and ultimately get the job. So make sure that you include this in your CV. And the next thing you need to do is you add your certifications and, you know, your education and certifications, right? See, I understand that most people don't have a university degree, but you have to make sure that you put the recent educational background must be there. If you already have your BSc, you have your master's, your PhD, you need not to put your secondary school details there. You need not to put that. You need your BSc, you need your MSc, and you don't just put there that you study, you have BSc in this, you have masters in this. You have to put the name of the university, the year you graduated, and you know, the name of the university, the year you graduated, the course itself, maybe it's BSc the Agric Education, MSc Computer Science, you know, something like that. You have to put the details, the name of the university, and the date, you know, for each, and you have to arrange it very neatly. It has to be neat. That is it, to add your skills, right? There is something you should know about this skills part. Is it that it comes before your work experience or it comes after your work experience, depending on the country that you're applying to and depending on the situation at hand. Okay, I'm not going to dwell into that, but when you're writing your skills, there is something you must know. So people just highlight their skills. You just write skills that you never had. Let me tell you something about writing skills in your CV today. It is good to highlight your technical skills, your soft skills, your art skills. You have to like try and demonstrate where you have used the skills. Just about highlighting your skills. Make sure that you give examples of how you have demonstrated the skills in a professional setting. I mean, it's something that makes, you know, the recruiters to do, you know, when they do their hair like this, like this person actually knows what he or she is doing. And as somebody that has, you know, had conversation with recruiters and hiring managers, I can boldly tell you that these are the things that works. So make sure that you did the needful. And also 7 is the keywords. This keyword is very, very important. You are applying for a role in data science and you are not using keywords of, you know, skills, activities that are related to data science. That means you are already losing the whole thing. You are losing everything. You're losing the things that can make you. One thing is that recruiters may not have time to go through all the resumes, the CVs. In fact, these days, recruiters don't have time to be going through CVs one after the other. So what they do is they use ATS machine, which is the applicant tracking software used to filter resumes. So what happened is that if your resume happens to have keywords that is needed for the job, it's going to pass through the resume successfully. But if it does not have the right keywords, trust me, it's just going to be filtered into the bad ones, bad CVs, or the people that they don't need. And this is why you need to work on, you know, imputing keywords into your CV or your resume, so that if it is passed through the ATS machine, it's going to pass through it successfully, and your CV is going to be among the ones that they will want to look at, right? Especially in countries like Canada, USA, they use ATS machine those use softwares a lot. They have a lot of applications, and in Nigerians too, Nigeria also and some other countries have started using this particular software. Some are even using another software entirely, but it all boils down to you using the keywords and the necessary keywords that are needed for that role. So don't forget that. That's very, very important. And number 8, when you're writing your duties and achievements, use bullet points, and more importantly, use action words, action verbs to describe what you have done, like managed, implemented, imparted, trained. Use action verb words. It demonstrates your proactive approach. And number 9, organized section. Now, I need to talk about this particular part very well. Some people, their CV is not well sectioned, and this is what happens when you pass your resume through the ATS machine. If it is not well sectioned, by the time it is being read by the machine, sometimes I don't know how to explain this, but I made a video where I show you how it's going to look like. It's just like trying to convert a particular document to words. Everything is going to be together, like it's going to be like you are writing coding or something. So that is why it's good to section your resume very well. So you have to make sure that it is well sectioned. Like if this is for your career summary, let it be sectioned for career summary. If it is for work experience, let it be sectioned for work experience. You don't just jump pack everything together. It can lead to you not getting an interview, not to talk of getting a job. These are the things that make people not to get positive response. And I'm going to be frank with you. Finally, accuracy and attention to detail. Recruiters pay attention to grammar, spelling, and little errors can cause a lot of mistakes. Just imagine you want to write made and you miss the E part. So instead of made, now you are writing mad. So that can send a wrong signal. that can send a wrong signal. So make sure that you check the spellings, make sure that it is error free. You can just go through it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, just to be sure. And remember that a well-crafted resume or CV can increase your chances of getting an interview, by 120%. It can increase your chances of getting an interview, and this is what every job seeker wants, right? To incorporate all these key elements that I've mentioned, you can be rest assured that your document, your CV, is going to stand out among many other CVs that have been submitted for job applications. So if you get value from this video, make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I mean, this is all I want in return for giving all these values, right? And if you need me to help you work on your CV, to create a professional CV, feel free to reach out to me via my mail. I'll be glad to help, but it is not for free. Service is paid, right? And in addition to CV or resume writing, other things that I help job seekers do include LinkedIn optimization, cover letter writing. I give career advice also, and I guide people on the career path that they need to choose that is going to help them. And I hope that you got value from this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.